Hey guys, what's going on? It's your boy DJ for you coming at you with a nice little tip for the FMS 12 scale collection. It's a pretty good tip, I think, and that's about power. How to get more power out of these little 7.4 volt 12 scale RC vehicles. What I discovered is uh, it's about the battery pack in a sense. This is your standard battery pack from FMS. It's a 380 milliamp battery pack, okay? And it has a, hang on a second, a 5C rating on it, okay? Well, what I decided to do was I figured that I wanted to use bigger battery packs in these type of vehicles, whatever else, so I can get more drive time. But little did I know I would get a little bit more punch to go with that drive time. This is what I'm using right here. This is a 600 milliamp pack, 7.4 volt LiPo. I don't know what the C rating is on this. I don't know. But the C rating on the standard pack is 5C. So as we know, it's when it comes down to C rating, that's how much. It's kind of a measurement of the amount of power that's released out of the battery. Like if you go up to a 35C or even 50C, it's still going to be 7.4 volts, but it's going to release the power faster. So therefore, you can get a little bit faster speeds from your vehicles, especially from these little 12 scale vehicles here. And that's the route that I've been going. Like I use the 600 milliamp battery on the Volkswagen, the Peakables car. I'm using it on this Land Rover Series 2, and I can still tell the power difference. You get a little bit more burst of speed. So, as with these little vehicles, the more speed we can get, the better right now. Not that we want them to be blistering fast, just they're a little bit underpowered, but as far as top end speed, but in the crawling gear, they have sufficient power. When you switch these little 12 scale vehicles down, like the Toyota Land Cruiser or this Land Rover Series 2, and you're in the crawl gear, which is like first gear, you have a tremendous amount of torque, and it's sufficient. High gear needs a little bit more to be desired, and that's where the bigger battery packs come in. So I'm going to even go up to like 1,000 milliamp pack here and a larger C rating. Not that I'm going to drive it around fast, but just to have that little extra burst of oomph when I drive these little 12 scale vehicles. So that's the secret for the 12 scale series of FMS cars, is to use a bigger pack with a higher C rating. That way you can get more juice, more top end speed, a little bit more torque even out of these cars. I did a comparison with my brother. We both have the Suzuki Jimny, the 16 scale, no, the 12 scale Jimny, and I had a driver figure and a bigger battery in mine. He had nothing in his, and my 12 scale Jimny was still noticeably faster than his, just because I used a 600 milliamp battery pack. So there you go right there. So I just wanted to share that little tidbit with you guys, so you can bump up your battery pack milliamps. Also, guys, what I do too, instead of always having to go in the hood and open that up to put the battery in, I ran the battery cable down into the cab here, and I just plug the battery up here in the front and leave it up here in the front. Yep, that's what I do. And just so you guys know, my newest driver figure in the Land Rover series is Princess Leia from the Star Wars movie. Yeah, these are the Star Wars action figures. The Blacks edition is what they call it. I don't know why they call it that, but anyway, there you go. And that's Princess Leia. She looks really good in the Land Rover Series 2 vehicle. There you go. Guys, get a good shot. Yep. Very lifelike. Quite awesome. As you guys can see, I mix up my driver figures of all cultures, all colors. I love them all. Make the vehicle more, not love them, but I like them all. It makes driving the vehicles much more fun when you have driver figures in there. And what I plan on doing with these 12 scale vehicles, by the way, for me anyway, is having a race series, with my brother, and I'm gonna really specialize in these FMS vehicles because they're super scale, and that's really what I've always wanted for, to have it with RC vehicles. So much so, I have a TRX4 that I am going to sell because I'm really more hooked on these FMS vehicles because of the scale reality of the vehicle. Look underneath the vehicle, guys. Hang on a second. Look at the leaf spring pack. It's so scale. That's real metal leaf springs, front and rear. Things like that make driving an RC vehicle much more fun. 2-speed transmission. And no, these aren't rocket fast vehicles, but they're not meant to be. I like the mud flaps on this vehicle. They're not meant to be. They're meant to operate as true scale vehicles. They're good trail trucks. These are not rock crawlers again, although you can crawl rocks with them, but in low gear. But these are really trail vehicles. So up your milliamps for your battery pack, up your C rating, because I just looked at this FMS battery pack. It's only a 5C pack. That's quite low. So I would try to advise anybody to try to bump that up and see what happens. Okay? Look at the size difference, guys. It's quite substantial. All right, guys, that's the tip for the day.